everyone, I'm going to be reading Chapter 9 of Gangsta Granny. Chapter 9, The Black Cat. Ben stared at his granny as she stood by the jeweller's shop, dressed in black. "Ben," she prompted, "what are you doing following me?" I... Ben was so shocked he couldn't form a sentence. "Well," she said, "whatever you're doing here, you'll have the cops on us in no time. We'd better get out of here. Quick, jump on." "But I can't." "Ben, we've got about 30 seconds before that CCTV camera comes on." She pointed to the camera screwed to the wall of an apartment block next to the row of shops. Ben jumped on the back of her mobility scooter. "You know when the CCTV cameras come on?" he asked. "Oh," said Granny, "you'd be surprised by what I know." Ben looked at her back as she drove. He'd just seen her preparing to rob a jeweller's shop. How could he be more surprised? Clearly there was a lot more to his granny than he had ever known. "Hold on," said Granny. "I'm going full throttle." She violently twisted the handle of the scooter, to absolutely no effect that Ben could feel. They hummed off in the dark, going about 3 miles per hour with the increased weight. "The black cat," repeated Ben. They were finally sitting in Granny's living room. She'd made a pot of tea and laid out some chocolate biscuits. "Yes, that's what she called me," replied Granny. "I was the most wanted jewel thief in the world." Ben's head was exploding with a million questions. Why? Where? Who? What? When? It was impossible to know what to ask first. "No one else knows except you, Ben," continued Granny. "Even your granddad went to his grave not knowing. Can you keep a secret? You have to swear not to tell a soul." "But..." Granny's face looked fierce for a moment. Her eyes narrowed and darkened like a snake about to bite. "You have to swear," the old lady said with an intensity Ben had never witnessed before. "Us criminals take our oaths very seriously indeed." Ben gulped, a little scared. I swear not to tell anyone." "Not even your mother or father?" barked Granny, nearly spitting out her false teeth in the process. "I said I swear not to tell anyone," barked back Ben. Ben had been learning about Venn diagrams in school recently, and he'd sworn not to tell anyone. And let's say that anyone is in set A. Then Mum and Dad are obviously included in set A, and then of course are a subset of it. So there was really no need for Granny to ask Ben to swear a second time. Let's take a look at this handy diagram. Set A, anyone. Set B, Mum and Dad. But Ben didn't think his granny would be interested in Venn diagrams right now. Since she was still staring at him with those scary eyes, he sighed and said, "All right, I swear not to tell Mum and Dad." "Good boy," said Granny, as her hearing aid began to whistle. On one condition," ventured Ben. "What's that?" said Granny, seeming a little bit startled by his nerve. "You have to tell me everything." That's the end of chapter 9. It'll be interesting to hear what Granny has to say about her criminal adventures. I hope you enjoyed listening so far. Bye.